What is up, everybody? We are back here for the Copa America 2021 predictions. Haven't seen a lot of these on YouTube, and as you guys might have seen, the tournament originally scheduled to be in Argentina and Colombia is now been moved to Brazil as of about a week ago. Still some complications with the schedule and where everything will be played, but I think they will work things out. Slated to start on June 13th, so next week. And let's get into it. So first here, we have Group A. This was supposed to be hosted by Argentina. It's basically the southern region of South America. The teams, Argentina, Bolivia, Uruguay, Chile, and Paraguay. And first place in this table, I think it's pretty simple. I think it's going to be Argentina getting the number one spot. They just have the best team here. And they've been a bit topsy-turvy as of late. Lionel Messi's commitment to the team has been in question, but their attack and their midfielders are just superb, and I think they will be able to win this group with ease. Then in second place, I think this one is pretty easy as well. Uruguay has to finish top two in this group with the tandem of Edinson Cavani and Luis Suarez. They're still in good form, and I think this might be their last Copa America together. They're both getting a bit older in age, having played with the Uruguayan team for over a decade, but I think they're still solid, and I think they are still relatively good on the defensive end. Great goalkeeping too, so they might surprise Argentina and win the group, but I'll pick them to finish second. Then in third, I'm picking Chile to get this third place spot, as did not make the 2018 World Cup, and in 2019 in the Copa America, they were a bit lackluster, but I think they do have some good continuity, and I think they are the third best side in this group. So give me them to finish in third. And then in fourth, this is the team that will advance to the knockout stage, as top four teams in the group will advance to the knockout. The fifth place team will be out. So give me Paraguay to finish in fourth. They're not the most talented team, but they know how to play together. They have great chemistry, and they are great against these South American teams. Wouldn't surprise me if they played tough, got in one of the top three positions, and surprised people, but I just have them finishing in fourth. Still good enough to advance into the knockout stages. I just don't think I have as much talent as these top three teams. And then in fifth, we have South America's worst team by far. That's Bolivia. I mean, I'm not even sure if they're going to get a point in this group, and let alone even qualify for the knockout stage by getting a top four position. I think Bolivia is in last. And now we get into Group B, the North Zone. This was supposed to be hosted by Colombia, but obviously hosted by Brazil now. It's a bit weaker of a group. You have Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, and Peru. So first place for me is quite simple. I think it's going to be Brazil. They're great on the attack. They're going to put up a lot of goals and hosting the tournament. I don't think they're going to be full capacity crowds, but I think that will be a boost for them. So give me Brazil to be number one. Then relatively easy number two. It's going to be Colombia for me, getting the second place spot. They've shown to be great in these international tournaments, and I think they might be able to surprise Brazil and get number one in this group, but I just don't think they're as solid and do not have as much talent. So give me Colombia at the second position. Then in third, we have Peru, who have also been excellent in these international tournaments. I believe in the 2015 Copa America, they got to the semifinal. Then in the 2019 Copa America, they got to the final, obviously qualified for the 2018 World Cup. Well, they did not get out of the group there, but still made it, which is pretty impressive in CONMEBOL. And I think they will get third here. I do not think they are as good as Brazil and Colombia, certainly not as talented, but I think they are eons better than Venezuela and Ecuador. So give me Peru to qualify with ease at the third position. Then in fourth, the team that will qualify for the knockout stage is going to be Venezuela for me. I think they have shown some improvement. This last decade in soccer for them has not been very good. They're more of a country committed to baseball, but they do have some great talent, and I think they will just edge out Ecuador. I think they'll get a couple more results and maybe a head-to-head win against Ecuador. Ecuador really been on the downfall, so give me them at the 5th position. I just don't think they have enough talent to compete with these other sides. So there it is going to be for me, the Group B table. And now let's get into the knockout stage. So how it works is the first from Group A, which is Argentina, will face the last team from Group B, and it'll work like that on the other side for Brazil and Paraguay. And then we get Uruguay and Peru on the bottom left, and Colombia, Chile, which is a very good matchup in the quarterfinal on the bottom right. So let's start it off here. Top left, I think this one is the easiest one to predict here. We have Argentina versus Venezuela. I think Argentina is going to blow them out. They're not going to get out this early. I think Lionel Messi could go off for a hat trick in that game, as Venezuela just doesn't have the defense to keep up with these great Argentinian attackers. Then a pretty good matchup on the bottom left here, Uruguay and Peru. I do think Peru can compete in this one, maybe push it to extra time, perhaps penalties, but when it's all said and done, I think Uruguay will get the job done. The attack in Cavani and Luis Suarez will be too much, and I think they will advance to the semis. Then on the top right here, we have Brazil and Paraguay. In the 2019 Copa America, although Brazil won the entire thing, these two teams played in the quarterfinal round, and it went to penalties. Paraguay is great at doing that. They're great at grinding out games, pushing it to extra time, and then to penalties. And once you get there, I think anything can happen. This Brazil team is not too talented. They won't blow this Paraguayan team out. So you know what? I think it's going to be a very long, drawn-out game. It's going to go to penalties, and I think Paraguay will stun the Brazilians on their home turf. Give me Paraguay to edge out Brazil narrowly. This could very well happen, but, I mean, there is a scenario also where Brazil just easily wins this game and then goes on to win the tournament, and then I regret it. But then on the bottom right, we have probably the best matchup of the quarterfinal, Colombia versus Chile. And in this one, I'm just narrowly going to take Colombia. I just think they are the slightly more talented team, the slightly better team. Chile, in my opinion, is not as good as they were in 2015, 2016 when they won the Copa America. I think Colombia is still on the rise, so give me Colombia to advance there. Then in the semis, this is a very close game. This is probably good enough to be a final for this tournament. Argentina versus Uruguay, two of South America's top sides, but give me Argentina to win here. I think they're just overall the more solid team, but this could go to penalties easily. I mean, these two sides are very evenly matched. And then on the right, I think Paraguay's run ends here. Give me Colombia to advance there. And that brings us to a great final for this Copa America 2021. We have Argentina and Colombia, the two teams that were supposed to host this tournament. Obviously didn't due to the pandemic. But in this final, I think it's going to be very close. We have some star power on both sides. Lionel Messi looking for his first international cup. Will he get it? I don't think so. Give me Colombia to win and get this 2021 Copa America trophy. And I think it only aligns to modern history. 2014, Argentina loses in extra time to Germany in the World Cup final. 2015 and 2016, both times in the Copa America final, they lose to Chile in penalties. I think this one is likely going to be in extra time or penalties, but give me Colombia. I just think they're the deeper team, and it's just going to come down to luck, really, in this tournament. So that's what I think will happen. Do you guys agree that Colombia could go on a run in this tournament, or do you have the favorites in Argentina or Brazil, or another dark horse, maybe Paraguay, maybe Peru, maybe Uruguay? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of my predictions and what you guys have in yours, and I will see you all in the next one.